Italy is full of surprises you've probably never heard of, from volcanic wine cellars hidden beneath ancient cities to the world's smallest country nestled inside Rome. This Mediterranean gem holds secrets that go far beyond pizza and pasta. Stick around. These stunning facts will completely change how you see Italy. Let's dive right in. Fact Onwe, the Trevi Fountain takes in over €1 million a year in coins. If you've ever visited Rome, you've probably seen the iconic Trevi Fountain. Tourists flock there by the thousands every single day, tossing coins over their shoulders while making wishes. It's one of those timeless travel traditions that everyone knows about. But here's the amazing part. Around €1.5 million worth of coins are thrown into the fountain every year. That's roughly €4,000 every single day, landing in those crystal blue waters. The money is collected regularly and donated to Caritas, a Catholic charity that supports Rome's most vulnerable communities. So every coin tossed by hopeful visitors actually goes toward feeding the hungry and housing the homeless, turning tourist dreams into real-world compassion. Fact 2. Italy is home to more than 1,500 lakes. When you think of Italy, you probably picture rolling hills, ancient ruins, and coastal cliffs. Lakes might not be the first thing that comes to mind. Yet this relatively small country is absolutely covered in freshwater bodies, from the famous northern giants to tiny hidden gems in the mountains. But here's what makes this astonishing. Lake Garda, Italy's largest lake, is so massive it has its own microclimate. The temperatures around its shores are milder than surrounding regions, allowing Mediterranean plants like olive trees and lemons to thrive even in the foothills of the Alps. Meanwhile, Lake Como has been a retreat for the wealthy since Roman times, with villas dating back centuries. These lakes aren't just water, they're living ecosystems that have shaped Italian culture, cuisine, and even climate for thousands of years. Fact 3. The Leaning Tower of Pisa's tilt was a construction mistake. Everyone recognizes the Leaning Tower of Pisa. It's become one of the most photographed structures on Earth, with tourists posing in front of it, pretending to push it upright. It's celebrated specifically because it leans. But here's the twist. The lean was never intentional. Construction began in 1173, and almost immediately the tower started tilting due to soft ground on one side. Builders tried to compensate by making the higher floors slightly taller on the sinking side, but it didn't work. The project took nearly 200 years to complete because they kept stopping, hoping the ground would settle. By the time it was finished, the lean had become permanent. What was meant to be a towering symbol of Pisa's wealth became a testament to architectural failure. And ironically, that mistake made it far more famous than perfection ever could have. Fact 4. Vatican City is the smallest country in the world, and it's inside Italy. Most people know Vatican City is small, but few truly grasp just how tiny it is. With an area of only 44 hectares, it's smaller than many city parks. You could walk its entire perimeter in less than 40 minutes. But here's the incredible part. Despite its size, Vatican City is a fully independent nation with its own government, army, postal system, and even its own train station. It prints its own euros, issues its own passports, and maintains diplomatic relations with countries worldwide. This showcases the unique relationship between Italy and the Catholic Church. Vatican City was established in 1929 through the Lateran Treaty, resolving decades of tension. Today, it stands as both a spiritual center for over 1 billion Catholics and a political anomaly, a sovereign nation that exists entirely within another country's capital. Fact 5. Italy holds the world record for UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Italy is drenched in history. Every corner seems to hold ruins, frescoes, cathedrals, or palaces. But even knowing that doesn't prepare you for the scale of Italy's cultural wealth. Here's what's astonishing. Italy has 58 UNESCO World Heritage Sites, more than any other nation on Earth. That's more than China, more than Spain, more than France. From Pompeii's haunting ruins to Venice's floating architecture, from Florence's Renaissance masterpieces to the ancient rock dwellings of Matera. This doesn't even include the countless treasures that don't have official UNESCO status. Some estimate that Italy contains around 60% of the world's most important art and historical monuments. Imagine that, more than half of humanity's greatest artistic achievements concentrated in one Mediterranean peninsula. Fact 6. Italians drink espresso. After meals, not during coffee culture in Italy, is serious business. Italians don't just drink coffee, they have intricate, unspoken rules about when, how, and what type to consume. Break these rules and locals will politely smile while internally judging you. But here's the fascinating detail. Italians believe milk-based coffee like cappuccinos should only be consumed in the morning. Why? They consider milk too heavy for digestion later in the day. After lunch or dinner, it's always espresso, a quick shot taken standing at the bar. Meanwhile, the idea of ordering a latte to go would baffle most Italians. Coffee isn't a portable accessory or a drawn-out experience. It's a brief ritual, consumed in under 2 minutes, often without even sitting down. This showcases how deeply food and drink are woven into Italian daily rhythms, governed by tradition as much as taste. Fact 7. Italy has 3 active volcanoes, including one that erupts regularly. When most people think of volcanoes, they picture distant Pacific islands or ancient catastrophes like Pompeii. They don't expect Europe's most romantic country to be sitting on geological powder kegs. But here's the incredible truth. Mount Etna, located in Sicily, is one of the world's most active volcanoes. It erupts almost continuously, with lava flows, ash clouds, and explosive activity happening multiple times per year. Despite this, people live on its slopes, growing grapes in volcanic soil that produces some of Italy's finest wines. Stromboli, another active volcano, has been erupting constantly for over 2,000 years. Locals and tourists can literally watch it spew lava into the night sky. This highlights Italy's unique position on the Mediterranean's tectonic boundary, a place where beauty and danger exist side by side, where ancient fire still shapes the modern landscape. Fact 8. The piano was invented in Italy around 1700. Music and Italy are inseparable. Opera was born there. Some of history's greatest composers were Italian. But one invention stands out as particularly revolutionary. Here's the amazing part. Bartolomeo Cristofori, an Italian instrument maker, invented the piano in Florence around 1700. He called it the gravicembalo col piano e forte, which means harpsichord with soft and loud. It was the first keyboard instrument that could vary volume based on how hard you press the keys. This innovation changed music forever. Before the piano, keyboard instruments like the harpsichord couldn't express dynamics. Cristofori's invention opened entirely new possibilities for composers, leading directly to the works of Mozart, Beethoven, Chopin, and every pianist since, making it one of Italy's most enduring gifts to global culture. Fact 9. Italy has hundreds of abandoned medieval villages. Italy's countryside isn't just picturesque. It's haunted by history. Scattered across the hills and mountains are entire villages that have been completely abandoned, their stone houses slowly crumbling back into the earth. But here's what makes this mysterious. Many of these ghost towns, called Paesi Fantasma, were deserted in the 20th century when residents moved to cities for work. Others were abandoned after earthquakes, landslides, or simply because life in remote mountain villages became unsustainable. Places like Krakow and Basilicata and Balestrino in Liguria now sit frozen in time, eerie reminders of lives once lived. Some have been used as film sets for post-apocalyptic movies. Others are slowly being restored by artists and dreamers hoping to revive them. These ghost towns showcase Italy's layered history, where even abandonment becomes part of the story. Fact 10. Descendants of Italian immigrants outnumber Italians living in Italy. Italy's influence stretches far beyond its borders. Between the late 1800s and mid-1900s, millions of Italians emigrated due to poverty, war, and lack of opportunity. They spread across the globe, taking their language, food, and culture with them. Here's the staggering reality. Today, an estimated 80 million people of Italian descent live outside Italy. That's more than the 60 million people currently living in Italy itself. Countries like Argentina, Brazil, and the United States have massive Italian populations whose families left generations ago, but still identify strongly with their heritage. This global diaspora has made Italian culture one of the most recognized and beloved in the world. From New York pizzerias to Buenos Aires cafes, the Italian influence is undeniable. It highlights how a country's legacy isn't confined by geography. It lives wherever its people carry it. And there you have it. 10 stunning facts about Italy that reveal just how extraordinary this country truly is. From volcanic wine country to abandoned ghost towns, from the world's smallest nation to a global cultural diaspora, Italy never stops surprising us. Which fact amazed you the most? And more importantly, which country should we uncover next? Drop your suggestions in the comments below. We love hearing from you. If you enjoyed this journey through Italy's hidden wonders, don't hold back. Make sure to like and subscribe so you never miss an adventure. Until next time, keep exploring, keep discovering, and keep seeing the world with fresh eyes.